Welcome to HAMID'S FACT, where history gets exciting today. We're diving into 30 amazing inventions and discoveries that changed the world, from ancient tools to life-saving technologies. These facts will surprise you. Let's begin. Fact 1. The wheel wasn't just for transport. Invented around 3500 BC in Mesopotamia, the wheel revolutionized transportation. But early wheels were actually used for pottery making, not carts. It took over 300 years for the idea to be used in chariots and wagons. Fact 2. Papyrus. The birth of paper. The ancient Egyptians used papyrus reeds to create an early form of paper. It made record-keeping and storytelling possible, thousands of years before books. Imagine writing your to-do list on a plant. Fact 3. Archimedes screwed up. Brilliantly, the Archimedes screw, invented in ancient Greece, moved water uphill for irrigation. It was so effective that modern engineers still use the same principle. That's a 2,000-year-old invention still in action. Fact 4. Roman concrete is stronger than modern. The Romans mixed volcanic ash into their concrete, and the results were legendary. Their underwater structures still stand today, while ours often crumble in decades. Modern scientists are trying to copy the secret formula. Fact 5. The compass changed the world. Invented in China in the 11th century, the magnetic compass guided explorers across oceans. It was the GPS of its time, opening trade routes and discovering continents. Fact 6. Printing press powered the Renaissance. In the 1440s, Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press in Germany. It allowed books to be mass-produced for the first time, spreading knowledge like wildfire. A revolution of ink and ideas. Fact 7. Coffee filter was a kitchen revolution in 1908. A German housewife named Melita Benz invented the paper coffee filter. She was tired of bitter brews, so she poked holes in paper and changed mornings forever. Fact 8. The first battery was ancient. The Baghdad battery, dating back to the 50 BC, might be the first electrical device. It's a clay jar with copper and iron parts and could produce a small voltage. Scientists still debate if it was a power source or a mystery object. Fact 9. The stethoscope was invented out of shyness in 1816. Dr. René Lennox invented the stethoscope because he was uncomfortable placing his ear directly on female patients' chests today. It's a universal symbol of medicine. Fact 10. Eyeglasses date back to the 13th century. The first wearable eyeglasses appeared in Italy around 1284. They helped monks and scholars read small writing, but they didn't have arms. People held them in place or tied them with strings. Fact 11. The pencil predates the eraser. Pencils were in use for over 100 years before someone thought to attach an eraser. In 1858, Hyman Lipman patented the combo, and students rejoiced. Fact 12. The first clock used water. The earliest clocks didn't tick, they dripped. Water clocks, used in ancient Egypt and Babylon, measured time by water flow. Elegant and silent, unlike your alarm. Fact 13. Toothpaste was invented by the Egyptians around 5000 BC. Egyptians used crushed eggshells and pumice to clean their teeth. Not many fresh, but way ahead of their time. Fact 14. Fire was man's first technology. Controlled fire dates back over 1 million years. It changed everything: cooking, warmth, protection, and it turned us from prey into pioneers. Fact 15. The oldest known surgical tools are 7,000 years old. Ancient Indian and Egyptian texts describe surgical instruments like scalpels and forceps. They were shockingly precise for their time, including procedures like cataract removal. Fact 16. The telescope expanded the universe. In 1609, Galileo used a telescope to look at the stars and change our view of the cosmos. He saw craters on the moon and moons around Jupiter, shocking the world. Fact 17. Vaccines were inspired by milkmaids. In 1796, Edward Jenner noticed milkmaids didn't get smallpox. He tested cowpox as a vaccine and saved millions of lives. A simple idea sparked modern immunology. Fact 18. Morse code united continents. Samuel Morse invented a language made of dots and dashes. By 1866, the first transatlantic telegraph cable connected Europe and America. Global communication had begun. Fact 19. The safety pin was a quick fix. Walter Hunt invented the safety pin in 1849 in just 3 hours to pay off a $15 debt. He sold the patent for $400. Now, billions are used every year. Fact 20. Leonardo da Vinci designed a flying machine. Way before the Wright brothers, Leonardo sketched out a flying contraption with flapping wings. It never flew, but the idea soared into history. Fact 21. The thermometer heated up science. Galileo created the first thermoscope. But it was Fahrenheit who gave us the mercury thermometer. Temperature became measurable, and medicine became safer. Fact 22. Paper money was a Chinese invention. The Tang Dynasty used paper money over 1,000 years ago, centuries before Europe caught on. It made trade lighter and faster. Fact 23. The first computer was mechanical. The Antikythera mechanism, built in ancient Greece, was a gear-based astronomical computer. It predicted eclipses and tracked planets, a bronze miracle, lost for centuries. Fact 24. The first vaccine used cowpox. Jenner's experiment used material from cowpox sores to protect against deadly smallpox. It worked, and it began a global shift in public health. Fact 25. The first telephone call was in 1876. Alexander Graham Bell called his assistant and said, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." That moment changed how humans connect forever. Fact 26. The zip was a struggle. It took over 20 years to perfect the zipper. From clunky starts to mass use in jeans, now it's an everyday essential. Fact 27. Blood transfusions were once banned. Early transfusions in the 1600s used animal blood with disastrous results. It wasn't until blood types were discovered in 1901 that safe transfusions began. Fact 28. The microwave was an accident. Percy Spencer was testing radar tech when a candy bar melted in his pocket. That accident gave us the microwave oven and fast popcorn nights. Fact 29. Braille was invented by a teenager. Louis Braille lost his sight at 3 and created the Braille system by age 15. It became a global reading tool for the blind. Fact 30. Penicillin was found by mistake in 1928. Alexander Fleming noticed mold-killing bacteria in a petri dish. That mold became penicillin, the first true antibiotic. That's it for today's episode of HAMID'S FACT. If you learned something new or got surprised by history, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating facts every week. See you in the next video.